자, 38?
38th. 38th 클래스를 시작하겠습니다.
네.
If you were부터
If you were interested in clothes at all.
여기 clothes at all.
Clothes at all. You could hardly
D 안 하고 짧게. You could hardly.
You could hardly.
근데 여기가 이게 H가라서 하잖아요. 그래서
네.
하기 때문에 you could hardly.
You could hardly.
여기도 이제 갑자기 바뀌니까 어려워. You could hardly.
You could hardly.
hardly 다 힘을 줘야 돼.
Hardly.
아니 hard잖아요. 만약에
hard.
요거만 있다. hard. hardly.
Hardly.
그러니까 더 힘을 준 거지. 앞에다. hard 할
Hardly.
때보다 hardly.
Hardly.
you could hardly.
You could hardly.
오, 그치.
You could hardly help going in to see them closer.
closer.
Closer. And the blaze of their
여기 L. blaze.
blaze.
여기 길게 해줘. blaze.
blaze of their colors made this room look not exactly cheerful. Exactly cheerful. But at any rate, rich and majestic after all the dust and emptiness of the others.
자, rich and majestic.
Rich and majestic.
오, 제가 더 힘을 주는 거예요. majestic.
Majestic.
오, 문은 짧게. majestic. after.
Majestic after.
all the dust
All the dust
and
and
emptiness.
of the others. Others.
others.
It had more windows too and was a good deal lighter. I can hardly describe the clothes.
자, 여기도 describe the
Describe the
clothes.
clothes.
describe the clothes.
Describe the clothes.
오, 항상 명사가 더 힘을 준다. the clothes.
Clothes. The figures.
girl. figure.
The figures.
figures were
The figures were all loved and had
여기 robed.
loved.
robe죠. robe라서 robed.
All loved and had crowns on their heads. Their robes were
B보다는 robes.
robes.
B가 나면 안 돼, 소리. robes.
robes.
그치. Their robes were
Their robes were of crimson. Crimson and silvery gray and deep purple and vivid green.
자, crimson and silvery gray
Crimson and silvery gray
and deep purple.
and deep purple.
얘는 더 힘을 지그시 줘야 돼. deep purple.
Deep purple.
dipping 소스 이런 것처럼
D.
드는 뜨기 때문에 deep purple.
Deep purple.
아니 펄.
Purple.
펄에서 뿔을 또 해야 돼. purple.
Purple.
좀 더.
Purple.
그치.
Deep purple.
이거 좋아. purple
And vivid green.
여기도 빨리 vivid green.
Vivid green.
오케이.
And there were patterns.
자, 요거는 S 없을 때 patterns. 오케이.
There were patterns and pictures of flowers and strange beasts.
자, 여기 there were patterns.
There were patterns.
strange beasts.
Strange.
G 말고 이어서 할 거니까 strange beasts. 여기 조금만 더 길게 strange beasts. 근데 G보다는 힘을 빼면서 strange beasts.
strange beast.
오, 좋아요. 그렇게 beast. 여기 beast 원형이 하나일 때는 beast. 그냥 스를 좀 더 길게 한다. beast. 내가 하는 것보다 더 길게 한다 생각하면 돼요. beast.
beast,
단수일 때 beast.
beast,
복수 beast.
beast,
비슷한 거 잠깐. beast 해보세요.
beast, beast.
In needlework.
In needlework, all over them,
All over them.
all over them.
그치.
Precious stones,
Precious stones.
precious stones of astonishing,
아닌데 astonishing.
astonishing, astonishing size and brightness stared from their crowns and hung in chains round their necks and peeped out.
여기서는 짧게 해도 돼요. peeped out.
Peeped out.
여기를 세게 주면서 이거 짧게 peeped out.
Peeped out from all the place where
여기 s places.
places where anything was fastened. Why haven't these clothes all rotted away long ago? Asked Polly. Madge whispered Diggory. Can't you feel it?
Can't you feel it?
Can't you feel it?
느껴지지 않니?
I bet this whole room is just stiff with enchantments. Enchantments. I could feel it the moment we came in.
여기 짧게 I could feel it.
I could feel it.
그치.
Any one of these dresses would cost hundreds of pounds.
Dresses would cost.
Dresses would cost.
여기 공기로 dresses.
아니
z 말고 z.
dresses.
아니 여기 끝은 공기로 dresses. 그치? Dresses would cost. 공기로 해야 된다. Hundreds of pounds. 그치?
Said Polly. But Diggory was more interested in the faces. And indeed they were well worth. Indeed these were well worth looking at. The people sat in their stone chairs on each side of the room, and the floor was left free down the middle. You could walk down and
짧게. You could walk down.
You could walk down.
아니, you could walk.
You could walk.
could 아니고 could.
You could walk.
그치. You could walk.
네, 잡았나? You could walk.
could.
You could walk.
walk.
You
could walk down.
You could walk down and look at the faces in town. They were nice people, I think, said Diggory. Polly nodded. All the faces they could see were certainly nice.
Certainly.
Certainly
nice.
Both the men and women.
Women.
Men and women looked kind and
여기 looked. 그치. Looked kind
and wise. And they seemed to come off a handsome race. But after the children had gone a few steps down the room, they came to faces that looked a little different.
They looked
a little
different.
They
looked a little different. 그러니까 힘을 많이 안 줘도 돼요. 왜냐면 빨리 가야 되니까. They came to faces that looked a little different.
They came to faces that looked
they looked a little.
look인
거야. looked 그 A가 더 사운드가 된 거예요. They looked a little.
They looked a little. They looked a little different.
그치.
These were very solemn faces. You felt you would have to mind your P's and Q's. If you ever met living people who looked like that.
여기도 who looked like. looked like
that. When they had gone a little further.
further. 그치.
A little further,
좋아요.
they find themselves among faces they didn't like.
They didn't like.
They didn't like. This was about the middle of the room. The faces here looked very strong and proud and happy, but they looked cruel.
But they looked cruel.
Cruel.
But they looked cruel.
But they looked cruel. A little further on, they looked crueler.
자, a little further on. 쉬고.
Further on,
좀 더 가자. They looked crueler.
they
crueler.
looked crueler.
cruel 하고서 또 럴만 하는 거야. crueler.
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 They looked crueler.
They looked crueler.
오케이, 좋아요.
Further on again, they were still cruel, but they no longer looked happy.
But they no longer looked happy.
But they no longer looked
오이,
happy.
좋아.
They were even despairing.
They were even despairing
faces,
yes.
as if the people they belonged to had done dreadful things, and also suffered dreadful things.
Suffered dreadful things.
Suffered dreadful things.
오이, 좋아.
The last figure of all was the most interesting. A woman even more.
여기는 woman.
A woman even more richly.
자, richly.
richly dressed than the others. Very tall, but every figure in the room was taller than the people of our world.
People of our world.
People of our world. With your look of such fierceness and pride that it took your breath away.
And pride.
And pride
That it took away your breath. That
it took
your
your breath away.
That it took your breath away.
That it took your breath away. Yeah, she was beautiful too. Years afterwards, when he was an old man, Diggory said he had never in all his life known a woman.
No, woman.
A woman so beautiful. It is only fair to add that Polly always said she couldn't see
She couldn't see.
she couldn't see anything especially beautiful about her.
자, about her.
About her.
It is only fair
It is only fair
to add.
to add.
It is only fair to add.
It is only fair to add.
That probably always said. 오케이, 좋았어요. 그럼 여기 잠깐 쉬겠습니다.
와.